Na hát az a baj, gyerekek, hogy nem szeretem ezt a játékot. Igen, szóval, hogy úgy pedig nem lenne rossz játék. De valahogy nem tudom.
The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own.
Elmegyünk az alapfőszerelésünk. Basszus, aztán jól.
Takes a careful touch to rattle those bones like that.
Jó, ezt most így felupgrade-eltük. Aha, az a puskához van. Itt nincsen. Something sharp. Az lehet, hogy a... Igen. Ez lehet, hogy azzal, és akkor tudunk rajta egy kicsit. Igen.
A solid frame can put an extra sting in every slice.
Akkor azt is föl-upgrade-eltük. Picikét. Jól van. Na. Oda. És most jobbak leszünk, mint tegnap este. Azt nem sikerült már a végén, ugye azt megcsinálnom.
One thing's worse than the heat in Colford Cauldron. The smell. Like rotten eggs. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
Hoppá! Valami nagy nekünk.
Best to keep out of the cauldron.
Au! Miért most tűntek? Jó, ezt végeztünk is azzal, úgyha jól látom. Hogy?
So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too.
Whoa. Oly. Azt megvárjuk, míg elmúlik. Nem! Essél le! Ez a... Már előbb-utóbb türelmesen.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Culford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction.
Jó van arra. Erre. Miért is volt? Kilövöld? Az a növény, amit nem látunk, mert olyan fekete. Pá. Úgy. Aj. Van még egy. De nehéz a célzás.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here.
Ez
But we
legalább
discovered
megvan.
other things we're better off not knowing.
Aj!
The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt.
Ezt is túléltük. Nem volt egyszerű.
Taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
Óvatosan. Ó, basszus. Felhőbe vele mentünk. Meg kell várni, hogy elmúljanak. Nem sietünk. Egyszer már működött.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. we'd find so much life in all that ash.
Van itt azért van itt azért, hogy pénzünk van, úgyhogy meg azért jó jöhet ebből itt van. Ilyen kicsit nem becsülő, ugye?
We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found.
Jó helyen vagyunk, úgyhogy nem állunk arrébb. Oké. Na, nincs már ki. Oj, de nem rossz játék, nem rossz játék. Hát, hogy nem a legjobb alatt van ki a részünket belőle, amikor nem vagyunk túl jól. Egészségügyileg.
But still we pressed on.
Vannak momentumai, amikor azért el voltunk, de nem volt az a hú, de rohannak. Egyébként tehát az a vicc, hogy amikor beteg vagy, akkor is van olyan játék, amilyen sietsz vissza, még szenvedsz is vele. Volt már ilyen.
After all, when we look down inside Culford Cauldron,
Na? Bezárkoztál? Oké. Okay.
look down through all the smoke and
Szinte
flames.
hihetetlen, de tele vagyunk. Oké, ott leszedlek, ott a mars, van. Nyisd ki a csápjait.
We saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by
látjuk is. Ugye a Twitch már kitakarodott fönn, de... Igen, szóval tegnap látszott, hogy már így ezt a szakaszt kis észre csináltuk.
We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog.
Az is jobb, mert egyébként a két kedvenc fegyverem van itt.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
Hoppá! Igen, ide jutottunk. Valahol itt.
Well, it ain't polite to stare.
Valahol itt hibáztunk. Itt vesztettük el a... dolgokat. Ja, várjál, ja, itt volt az, amikor felégettük. Aha. Tényleg. Szóval visszafele haladunk.
Where there's one stink eye, there's always more.
Aha, csak most egy kicsit újra benőtte itt a gyom környéket.
The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. The kid don't shed any tears.
Ouch! Hoppa, hoppa. Most hova estünk le, de mi?
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city.
Nem, 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 nem.
But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
Na hát mennyivel jobb, ügyesebbek voltunk, mint tegnap. Este itt a végén már.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat
Na
again.
mit kell még upgrade-elni? Mi az, ami még upgrade-elhető? Na várjatok. Először... Így.
They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight.
Na, begyűjtöttünk mindenféle állatokat innen. Tudtunk egy ücsit érte. Menjünk csak be ide. Tágabb lehetőségek.
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
És akkor van egy fújtatós kihívás.
Welcome to Grady Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Caelandia. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers. Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around, until we started using fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint. Tooth and nail for all that trash.
Csak a harmadikat szereztük meg. Nem baj, az is valami. 60-at kellene.
No, I would get the city
Érdekes
clean.
lenne ez.
We put all our trash in Grady Incinerator.
Következőhöz. Na, megnézzük, tudunk-e.
Peckers that flock together were easy pickings.
Szerintem nem. Pedig az a sárpok azok jók lennének, már a pengénket tudná élesíteni. Na mindegy.
You'd almost think those peckers like getting cooked. The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive. Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now.
Ó, várjál.
So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go.
Ez így nem ér. Nem látunk semmit. Mount Zand go all out. Ó, hogy az nénikére. Maradt egy esélyünk.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
Erre. Föltöltöttük. Ez így nagyon durva.
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
Inkább lőjük. Az többet. Nézem, az többet ér.
The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. a doubt, the situation stinks.
Nem. És ott is utolérjük. És nem. Viszont elég sok ezénk ráment. Lötyink.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
A pokorból.
There's only one kind of mercy left these days. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves. It takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking.
Szintet léptünk. De nem bírt célozni, na jó.
Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
Értem. Ezt bevállaltam.
They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
Oj. Jó van.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have.
És így is. Nem baj. Aha. Csak egy szinte följebb kerültök azért.
We just
mondom,
really
mert
need
még...
their shard. Kid got it fair and square.
Oj.
That's the way.
Úgy közelébe kell, mert nem kell olyan sokat menni a cuccnak. Oj. Zorunk át esetleg.
He's done what's best for him, don't you
Vissza.
worry.
Ha. Jó van.
Don't you worry.
Nem volt ez olyan rossz ez a vizé. Ez a kis aknavető.
We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking. He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
No.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this. What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard him once.
Vissza.
Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Her refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's manses. His daughter barely saw him. Father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mansers. It's for your own good, he said.
Ez megint olyan pálya, tudod, mint ott volt az a...
She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
Kis ködbevesző.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Why? Jól van. Csáva. Itt vagyunk bajban. Ez a szörny, ellen nem jó a fegyvereink.
consider taking him to a family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. Lost my train of thought there. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals.
És ott ezért nem adták.
I dig my hole, you build a wall. I dig my hole, you build a wall.
Ezt az eredet viszont szeretjük.
One day that wall is gonna fall.
Legalább az ilyeneket szoktuk szeretni.
They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag. Then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Gonna build that
Kettőt.
city on a
Öcsi, az úgy nem ér, nem túl szép.
Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall until it's done.
Hoppá!
That wall until it's done.
Lalalala.
But now you got nowhere to run.
Ez már nagyon ideges.
So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long.
Ajajajajajajajaj!
Well, you know how it goes.
Még egy esélyük van.
I dig my hole, you build a wall.
Az, hogy Uaj! Nem tudunk ott. Baszki!
Well, I digress. Knocks him into an uneasy sleep. What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Ceylondia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. The mama passed away from birth and complications,
Tartogatjuk
leaving the girl
azokat,
trapped
hogy
inside that city. with no one
izévizékkel
but
tudjuk
father.
majd intézni, hogyha adódik a sor dolog.
Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's manses. His daughter barely saw him. The father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her
Ja,
nothing of
azokat
the manses.
megtartogatjuk.
It's for your own good, he said.
Na, ennyire lehet.
She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs. first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ur trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Most kezdve bővülni. És bizony közelébe kellene.
To take him to a family den to meet a father. Spoke of how he
jó,
wanted
ezt
to be a
lenyomtuk.
man from the terminals. The young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language. Her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out.
Ouch!
The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals.
Leestünk.
They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Ouch!
on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Gonna build that wall up to the sky. Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall until it's done. Gonna build that wall until it's done. But now you got
Lost my train of thought there.
I dig my hole, you build a wall. I dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there for too long. Gonna build that wall up to the sky.
But the authorities were already there when that scumbag settled up to the city
Úgy oldottuk meg,
walls.
hogy nem oldottuk meg.
The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tazzle terminals. She father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free. Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
Okay.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
Ah, túl sok izét.
Next day, the door to the den turned to ash.
Aj.
The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her.
Reflection complete. Na, megcsináltuk, gyerekek. Ezt a reflection-t is megcsináltuk.
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it.
Ez nehezebb volt.
Still no mail. Go figure. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Tudom, hogy volt nálunk még egy. Jó van. Akkor... Melyiket ebből idejét?
Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. Fix that thing right up, didn't we?
No,
Made these goings-on a little livelier.
Mit mondanak róluk?
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
A sztori erre, ez meg a kihívás hozzá. Na, lehet, hogy még így most délután megcsináljuk akkor ezt a kihívást.
At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection. Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Choosing targets with those mortars was one of the trickiest parts. Galleon skippers needed to be patient, needed to fire at just the right times.
Azt most nem sikerült jól.
Galleon skippers took a while to get a feel for firing those things.
Van kell. Figyelj, annyit megpróbálhatunk.
If you got a thing for heavy artillery,
Csak
then
ne
I've got the place for you. A variety of modifications could be used to enhance the power of a mortar. Sounds like the kid's mortar's in tip-top shape.
Na. 74, ugye? Azért csak sokban sikerült. És 80. Hát
You had
egy
to be
próbál.
crazy to want to swim bound
80 végül is, ha már 74 volt. Hol kell időzíteni, amikor egy helyen vannak. Hát ezt már elcsesztük. Ott voltak előttünk, és nem abba az irányba akartál beállni, igen. Nem, azokat ha nagyon egybe kell lenni, hogy a 80 meg legyen. Hát én ezt skippeljük, na.
Too bad about the Armada, but at least one of those mortars survived. That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it. The secret to how we built Caelondia so tall and proud lies in Burstone Quarry.
Látszik, hogy még nem gyógyultunk, nem?
Imagine everything you need to build a city like Caelondia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails. The quarry ain't exactly up to safety standards no more.
És a csomók észrevesztem.
Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit.
Várjál, azok velük vannak. Szircskéje van.
The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. But there was even more to it than that.
Aha. Jó, azt, hogy szépen fölfogja. Ezt meg itt éppen elintézzük.
Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. The quarry's secrets ain't exactly obvious. They're recording everything, all the time.
Na várj.
Taking it all in.
Mondom, most így nem jutunk át.
Rattletails filled the place with holes. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
Jól van. Aha. Balra kell majd. Jobbra.
Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot.
Hol
might be the gods told of the quarry's bad news.
Hát elgondolkodtam, hogy nem ezt vegyek magamhoz. Ahogy itt megbújunk mögötte, és akkor így szépen.
On top of that, you know the hated anything about it.
Várjál, előbb elmegyünk
It's
erre.
fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
Hát, ez pedig úgy tűnik, hogy ha erre mennénk tovább, akkor lehet, hogy... Aha. Az jól jött. Az a kis HP. Növelő? Ez az healing. Szépen. Ezt kinyitjuk. Gyorsan és szépen. Hogy csillagjár az égen, vagy hogy van ez? Oké. Akkor vissza.
The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
Hát arra nem. Nem arra tovább. Ha, akkor erre.
The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use.
Oké, és akkor most mehetünk fölfelé. Jaj, te cukik vagytok.
Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry?
Uh-oh.
That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Burstone Quarry is Sir Lunky's head.
Ott lyuk volt.
His big fat rump's plenty tough too, and so is the kid. You never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Persze, végeztünk.
Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. Are you all right? It says.
Na. És akkor most merre? Ah, kinyílt. Jól van.
It's him.
Ez kinyílt.
I've come to warn you, he says. The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will.
Bástya, Ostrom alatt.
Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word.
Hoppá.
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kids
Na,
gotta go
de
through the bag.
most fogunk kiszállni, mert lejárt az alvóidő, gyerekek, és a gyerekek fölkeltek. Na, sziasztok, gyerekek! És ilyenek azt mondom, hogy a sztori akkor ugye így nem fogod folytatni. Na ne!
The skippers delivered us from the motherland.
Ne szórakozzunk egymással, gyerekek! Ó, ne!
Just takes three things to build the greatest city in the world. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone quarry.
Basszátok meg! Ez így nem volt szép! Na jó, legközelebb újra. Szóval legközelebb újra.